Welcome back to my virtual classroom. Today we will be doing geography episode and we are in Pantai Morib with my friends Monica and Keven, and I hope that you would enjoy our episode for today. For those that are new to my class, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for your attendance today. I hope you enjoyed our episode today and enjoy the sea. Thank you.
Human Nature examines some of the ways that climate change affects life in the sea and what that means for humanity. First is, higher temperatures are bad for fish and for us. Warmer waters cause coral bleaching, which in turn impacts coral reef ecosystems that are home to most of the ocean's biodiversity and provide crucial source of food for people. Warmer waters threaten to cause mass migration of marine species in search of the right condition for feeding and spawning. For the 3 billion people worldwide who rely on fish as their chief source of protein, the prospect of fewer and smaller fish in the sea is bad news. Number 2, rising sea levels represent a slow, seemingly unstoppable threat. Climate change poses a dual threat for sea levels. One is, when land-based polar ice melts, it finds its way to the sea. Ice that forms in polar seas, on the other hand, doesn't affect sea level when it melts. Second, when water warms, it expands to take up more space, a majority yet unheralded cause of sea level rise. With sea level rise accelerating at a rate of about 1/8 of an inch per year, the effects on humanity are plain and simple. Only 2% of the world's land lies at or below 10 meters above sea level. So these areas contain 10% of the world's human population, all directly threatened by sea level rise. The survival of coral reefs, mangroves, seagrasses, and other critical habitats forming species hinges on their ability to move into shallower water. Slow-growing species are most likely to be able to keep pace with the rising sea level, which means that critical coastal habitats are affected. Number 3, warming oceans alter currents. Climate change impacts ocean temperatures as well as wind patterns. Taken together, these can alter oceanic currents. How does this affect wildlife? As mentioned earlier, many marine species' migratory patterns can change as the currents they follow are altered, and many species that depend on ocean current for reproduction and nutrients will be affected. And lastly, climate change is affecting the chemistry of seawater. The same burning of fossil fuels that increases greenhouse gas levels in the atmosphere is also altering the chemical composition of seawater, making it more acidic. The ocean absorbs 30% of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. When that carbon dissolves into the water, it forms carbonic acid. Acidification directly into ocean life that builds shells of calcium carbonate such as corals, scallops, lobsters and crabs, and some microscopic planktons that are a foundation of the food web throughout the ocean. These shell-forming organisms provide critical habitats and food source for other organisms. Increased acidification can also limit the ability of certain fish to detect predators, disrupting the food chain. The disruption and destruction of coral reefs and shellfish will have profound effects on humanity, chiefly in the form of less food for people who rely on the ocean for it.
Hi! Wow, beautiful, beautiful. See ya. Yeah. Yeah, so Monica, what can you say about the place? So nice. How about you, Kevin? Good.
Oh my god.
So good.
So soft, the sand.
Yay! So, hi guys, this is my friend Kevin.
Hi, I'm Keven.
From Sarawak, right?
Yes.
And by the way, Sarawak is East Malaysia? Correct. So, Kevin, you tell me what like beaches or sea that you could recommend to like visit in Sarawak.
So the beaches in Sarawak, I don't usually go to beaches, but from my hometown, Mukah,
Mukah.
there's one famous beach. It's Kaul Beach.
Kaul.
Yes, Kaul.
Is it a tourist destination also?
Yeah.
Most of the tourists would go
Yeah.
there.
Usually, the place is so busy when the Kaul Festival is going.
Kaul as in cow, C-O-W or
No,
K?
K-A-U-L.
K-A-U-L. Yeah, I should visit your place. Thanks.
It's actually a culture festival.
Oh,
They will have
okay.
At the beach.
Kaul. Okay, we'll check that out. Kaul and Mukah
Yeah.
Beach. Okay, let me ask Monica. Monica. I was just. Oh, hi everyone. This is Monica, my friend from
Indonesia.
Indonesia. So I was just asking Kevin, what like beaches or places, which part in Indonesia, by the way, you came from?
I'm from Sumatra.
Sumatra. Okay. So is there any like beaches that you recommend to visit if I'm a tourist in your place?
If you're going to my hometown, I would recommend the Krakatoa Resort.
Krakatoa.
Yes.
Krakatoa. Okay.
It is a resort lah.
Just a resort.
Yeah.
But the beach is nice to
It's nicer than other
beaches in
Yeah.
Sumatra. Ah, I see.
Wait, not in Sumatra, like in my hometown.
In your-
Because like we're surrounded by beaches, like.
Oh yeah, correct. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check that out. And if I'll go Indonesia, Sumatra, right? Like, what is the specific like airport or any?
Sumatra is like the island.
Yeah,
So my hometown is called Lampung.
Lampung. Okay, and the airport that they need to like go whenever they wanted to visit.
Usually there's one in every city.
Everyone's city.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's check that out.
And there you have it. Changes in ocean temperatures and current brought about by climate change will lead to alteration in climate patterns around the world. As much as we enjoy the seaside, swimming in the sea, and watching the beautiful sceneries and just the waves and the breeze, let us all be ambassadors of keeping our sea clean and healthy for the marine species and the biodiversity. And as always, as Teacher Maria would say, please do live your life to the fullest and learn something new every day and love one another as how our God loves us. See you next episode for Geography Escapade series.